Hello viewers and my dear students. Welcome to isometric demo using Solid Edge. And this is in fact session 8 on isometric projection demo. We have already started one problem, that is problem number 21. What we have done under different sessions of isometric projection. We have started already and we'll try to complete that problem in this session. Okay. See here, the problem was this. That means if you look at this, I have told you there are two solids one over the other. Looking at the two solids only, we'll know that the bottom solid is a square prism of side 60 and height 30, and top solid is a hemisphere of radius 25 or diameter 50. And this is hemisphere will look like this in the front view and will look like a circle of diameter 50 in the top view. And looking from the front view and top view itself, you should know what are the two solids. Okay. The first solid is square prism of side 60, you see here 60 and height 30. Second solid is looking at the circle and hemisphere here, it is semicircle. You should know that it is a hemisphere of diameter 50. Okay. Now you see here what exactly I'll do. Anyway, I have done this separately and this separately already in the last session. Okay, this is already ISO. This is ISO 50 and all that I've done. This is ISO 50, ISO 50 square and all that I've already done. This is already isometric projection. But this I have not converted into isometric projection as of now. Okay, now we'll convert this into isometric projection. I'll multiply by 0.816. Now it has been converted into isometric projection. Now you see here, this is not 60, it is actually, if you see this is 48.96. That means it is 60 into 0.816. In that way, this has already become the isometric projection. Okay. Isometric view, actually it was, if isometric view means actual lengths considered, but isometric projection means all lengths multiplied by 0.816. Now what has to be done here is, this solid has to be placed centrally over this. Okay, any procedure you take, either you take this and put it here or take this and put it here, whatever procedure you take. See here, the idea here is, you need to see here, C naught is the center of the bottom surface. That means if I take the middle to middle of the bottom surface, you get center C naught. If you take center to center here, okay, center to center and center to center here, you get C1. Okay, just for convenience, I'll just delete the back portion and all that for your convenience. Okay, anyway, that need not be shown also because you are interested in only the top surface, left surface and right surface. Now just for you to understand, I'm showing you this. See here, from middle to middle, you draw a thin line. Middle to middle, you draw a thin line. That means, if you draw this, you will know this point is C1. Okay, you will see here, this point is C1. This point is C1. Okay, that means this is C1. That is C1 is the top surface of top center surface of the square prism. Okay, this C1 I have got. Now, as you know, C0, C1, C2 is the combined axis. This combined axis is isometric, that will reduce. Okay, that will reduce. But this diameter, this is the part of the hemisphere. Okay, this won't reduce in the diameter, but axis will reduce. That is why what I'll do is, from C1 to C2, I'll go 25 ISO. Okay, I'll draw one line. C1 to C2, I'll draw one line, that will be 25 into 0.816. Okay, this you draw. Okay, you can show it as a thin line also, because anyway construction line. Okay, this is 0.816. This is ISO 25. Now if you look at this, this is C2. This is C2. Okay, this is ISO 25. From here to here I gone. This is C2. This C2 and this C2 should merge. Then only the problem will be completed, and this hemisphere will be seated centrally over this. Did you follow? That is why what I am doing here is either I'll move this hemisphere with this C2 as center and merge with this, or move this with this C2 and merge with this C2. Okay, any one of them you do, but whatever you do, it is correct only, because you have already converted this into ISO, this also into ISO, everything is proper now. Now what I'll do is I'll go for the move command. I'll go for the move command, and I'll see here, you see here, I'll take the center of, that is end point of C2, that is a center C2, that is the end of this line, and I'll coincide with this. Okay, once you do this, it is proper now. That means the problem gets over. You see here, this R is 225, everything is over. Okay, everything is over. But only thing is visibility part I have to concentrate. Visibility part, as I told you, always zoom the area, then only you will have a clear idea. See here, now once you do this, it is always the visibility is top solid, top surface first. This anyway has to be darkened, and this is curved portion anyway has to be darkened. And then once you do the darkening of the top solid, then you come for the bottom solid, top surface. When you come for the bottom solid, top surface, okay, this portion and this portion is invisible. Okay, see here, there are two tools, you want to delete off. Okay, this portion and this portion is invisible. That is why use the split command now. Split command, take this, and at this intersection you split it. Okay, in the same way, take this and at this intersection you split it. Now what I suggest is this back portion and all that, no, this back portion and this back portion, you make it light. Okay, this is the back portion which cannot be seen by the observer. In that way, the problem is getting completed in all respect. See here, these things, no, as I told you, this is the isometric projection. Okay, isometric projection, and for the exam and all that, what you should clearly know. See here, be careful. Exam and all that, whatever is in this border only will get printed. Do carefully. This is orthographic projection. This will be isometric projection. This is isometric projection. Okay, this clearly says this is isometric projection. You can darken this also so that they'll understand it better. Okay, this is orthographic. Given the orthographic, I convert into isometric projection. It has completed in all respect. Now you should show for the examiner. No, this you show. Okay, this you show. This you show. Okay, these things. This you make it as blank. you make it as blank. This also you make it as blank. This also you make it as blank. Okay, once you do this, you get ready for all this. Okay, get ready for all this. That means this is ISO 30. You make it ready. Then ISO 60. You make it ready. ISO 60. You make it ready. Okay, in that way, you push it here, ISO 30, ISO 60, ISO 60. In that way, if you do no, this will be ISO 60, ISO 30. In that way, no. Then R is equal to 230. True, R equal to 225. That also is R. This R no, this is 225. This is 225 or tangential to ellipsis radius. You have drawn in arc. But this C1 to C2, no, you know, this is C1. Can you observe? Can you observe? This is C1. Okay. This C1 to C2, you should clearly say C1 to C2, C1 C2 is equal to 25 ISO. C1 C2 is equal to 25 ISO. This you should say. Okay. Once you do this, they will clearly understand what exactly is the procedure you adopted. And also you see here, see C1 C2 is 25 ISO you draw, and this also you know very well. This is okay. This also you make it blank. This also you make it blank. This also you make it blank. And finally you call this is ISO 50, no? Using this ISO 50 you draw. ISO 50 you draw. In that way, you please follow this. You come put here ISO 50. Put here also ISO 50. Okay. Now it is ready for taking the printout. Now if you do this way, it will be completed in all respect. Okay. Please follow. I'm telling you again and again, whatever is there within this. This is 210. This is 297. A4 size sheet. Whatever is within this only will get printed. Okay. Whatever is within this. Okay. We only will get printed. That is why you see that everything is within this boundary only. This is orthographic projection, this is isometric projection. See, I am telling you again, okay, in this session, orthographic projection will be given, okay, orthographic projection. Looking at orthographic projection, you should draw the isometric projection, okay. Did you follow? That means looking at orthographic projection, if you know, bottom solid, you see, this is 30 height and 60, that means it should be a square prism. Of side 60 and height 30. Top is hemisphere, that is semicircle and circle. It should be hemisphere. In that way, you should know. Okay. In that way, looking at front to top view, you should know what are the two solids involved. In that way, you are able to complete the isometric projection in the way I have told you. Okay. And if you show all this and take the printout, you are not losing even half a mark also. Okay. Take care. Okay. Did you follow? I think it is pretty clear. In the next chapter, what you do? They'll give the direction, either this direction or this direction. They'll ask you to write the front view, top view, and that will be this. That is why I told you, 2 chapters you are learning simultaneously. This concept is very, very important. See, if I look from here, front view will be this, top view will be this. In fact, in this case, front, even from looking from here, front view and top view will be same. Okay. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching. Thank you.